Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, November, Charlie.
Okay, just you're right at my noise level, and it sounds like you might be a little muddy in your audio. So why don't you give me about 10 or 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger?
QSL, this is QSL, in the 60. I'm speaking on a new Kenwood 890 from which I can process of getting it set up. And I'm running a 7-band Buckmaster OCS in my attic at 95 watts.
Yes, sir. Okay, the first thing is you've got a bunch of bottom end that's really muddying you up pretty bad. So normally I have a setup procedure where I have it systematically laid out to do. But right now what I want to do is get rid of some of that bottom so I can hear you a little more plain. So do you know where your equalizer or tone control page is?
I'm aware of it, although I've not gone into that yet and set that up.
Roger. Do you know where it is?
Yes. Is that any better right there?
Somewhat. What did you do?
I turned on the transmit EQ to HD1, which is the default, apparently preset out there.
Well, listen, that makes all the difference in the world. It's like opening the door and walking through, Roger. I would run it just like that for right now, Roger.
That sounds great. Thank you for walking. Can I get your call, please?
Yes, sir. Now, why don't you tell me about your antenna system for about 10 or 15 seconds, and let me look around and see if I got a better path.
That sounds great. Yes, I'm running.
I got a better path.
That sounds great. Yes. Your 7-band OCS is making a loop running at night.
All right, I'm copying you fairly well up in my Pennsylvania SDR. What is the call sign one more time?
SDR. What's the call sign one more time?
Yes, the call sign is Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, November, Charlie. I'm located in eastern Tennessee. Again, that's Kilo, Quebec 4, November, Charlie, eastern Tennessee.
Kilo, Quebec 4, and what's the rest?
Kilo, Quebec 4, and what's the rest?
Oscar, November, Charlie. Oscar, November, Charlie.
Oscar, November, Charlie, Roger, Roger. And what's the name?
Oscar, November, Charlie, Roger, Roger. What's the name?
This is Doug.
I'm sorry, what is the name there?
I'm sorry, what is the name there?
Sure, this is Doug. DOUG at Delta, Oscar, Uniform, Golf.
Roger, Doug, and what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Doug, and what radio are you running today, sir?
Yes, I'm working on a new CS890 from Kenwood, and I'm in the process of just now setting it up.
Yes, sir. Man, what was the numbers on that Kenwood?
What was the numbers on that Kenwood?
890, that's 890, CS890.
Roger, Doug. Well, gosh, if you want to, I would check to see that you're running that wide transmit bandwidth, 100 to 2900 on your transmit bandwidth, Roger?
100 to 2900 on your transmit bandwidth, Roger?
QSL?
Okay, so you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth?
Okay, so you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth?
As far as I understand how it's set up, that's correct. I should be, yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, just take a note At your leisure, follow up on that, because it's really important to have that transmitter be as articulated as possible. And we could run all kinds of equalizer settings, but if your TBW is set to low, you're not going to get it if your TBW is not set to 100 to 2900. So just take a note. TBW set to 100 to 2900. Roger.
Note, TBW set to 100 to 2900. Roger.
Thank you for that. I'll definitely check on that. Thank you.
Okay, so the next thing then would be to move to your compressor processor, and we want a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. We want just a third of your compressor processor on, 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger?
They're on, 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger.
30 out of 100 on the
Okay, so I'm losing you just a little bit, but if you still have a good copy on me, we just need a third of the compressor processor, so it's 10 out of it's 1 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. Roger, just take that note. Roger.
Out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. Roger, just take that note. Roger.
Confirm QSL on that. 3 out of 10 on the compressor. Thank you.
Okay, then to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the word audio and you stretch out the first part of that word, you become a human test generator. And we're looking for 2/3 on your ALC meter. As you say that word with mic gain in hand, and just adjust it, and you just say the word, don't stress it, just say it as you would say any other word in a QSO, audio, and adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running 2/3. Roger?
Until your ALC is running 2/3. Roger.
QSL 2/3 on my ALC. Thank you.
Roger. And then, gosh, I wish I had a better copy on you, because then I could suggest what to do on your equalizer. But I think you made a major step there. That one thing that you did really whack some of that bass off, and I could really start to copy you pretty well. But you're still not good enough for me to advise you on your equalization. Maybe next Friday. Next Friday might be a better propagation time. Roger?
Next Friday might be a better propagation time. Roger.
That sounds good. I appreciate your help today. And what's your call sign?
Roger. Call sign here is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. KC9VKV. Name is Jim. Juliet India Mike. And this is the Qso-Vlog network. And if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, that's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. That will take you to this recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger.
QSO, Jim, I appreciate your help today, and I'll see if I can get on next Friday. We'll see how the bands play out. I'll set you up in QR3. Have a wonderful weekend.
Oh, before you go, I just ran up to my local antenna, and you look to be about 20 over on that. So let's get a good recording. Tell me about your antenna system for about 20 seconds.
Sure, Jim, absolutely. Again, I'm running a Kenwood 890, and I've got a 7-band Buckmaster OCS up in my attic, running currently at 95 watts on this Kenwood TS890 from DX Engineering, along with the OCS Buckmaster 7-band, and just getting it all dialed in right now. Also working on a Heil headset that I just picked up today. And so again, getting that all configured from DX Engineering has been very helpful, and I appreciate your help today in getting some of these settings set up. Over.
Roger, Roger, Doug. Well, gosh, that signal is just beautiful. The EQ point is just perfect. I really had a good copy on you then, so I could hear you very well. I wouldn't change anything on that EQ. You're wall to wall from 100 cycles up to around 3, and that microphone is doing you a great job. Just the way you're using it. I'm not sure, exactly how that is, but you're working it just perfect. I didn't hear any plosives or any transients in your voice characteristics through that headset, so I would run it just exactly like that. Roger?
USL, Jim, I appreciate that. This has been a great communication today. I appreciate you putting yourself out there, helping hands like myself get better quality and better audio and transmission out of their equipment, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Roger, Roger, Doug. Well, let me say 73, sir. You have a great afternoon, a beautiful weekend, and maybe check in next Friday, and we'll again look at that signal, see how it sounds. Hopefully, we'll have just a little bit better propagation. Roger.
Sounds great, Jim. KC9VKV, KQ4ONC, 73. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Roger, Roger, Doug, 73, sir. And, gosh, we got to get out of here. Since 3:30, we've been recording and broadcasting, and so it's time for us to return the frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is KC9VKV, clear.